Hey everyone, it's Gary from Memory Motors, here to introduce you to our good friend Remy today. Remy is a 1962 Corvair 700 station wagon. Overall, not in bad shape. You'll see that there's some surface rust starting to come in along the rockers. The car appears to have been painted approximately over 20 years ago, according to the previous owner. So you can see some of that rust bubbling through. And you can also see some of the overspray around the window frames. Now, one thing you will notice with Remy is these odd little fins on the back. And for those of you who don't know much about Corvairs, Corvairs are rear engine air-cooled motors. So that's actually where the air goes into the engine to cool it off. Again, down here on the quarter, you can see there's some rust. And this bumper, I don't know how it looks in the video, but it's not actually chrome, it's been painted. Rust on the exhaust tip there as well. And you can see that there's been some body filler added to the taillight area here, which is starting to crack. Unfortunately, all we have for this vehicle is the aftermarket rims. I think they look kind of cool, but I think I've always been a fan of factory rims, so it would be nice to have the original rims as well. Just take a quick look up here on the roof so you can get a better picture of what it looks like. Still fairly solid. Again, more of the overspray on the windows that I was talking about previously, and same along the bottom here. Although the rockers are solid, floors and the substructure for the frame are solid as well. You can see that some deterioration of the seal around the window is starting to happen, so you get some of that wear pattern in the glass. Weather strips are cracked as well, and the vent window on this side is cracked as well. Tires are still in decent shape, no real issues there. The inside wheel wells, there is one small hole in the passenger front wheel well that would have to be repaired for the safety. But other than that, the car is in fairly drivable condition. Now we'll take a look at the trunk, or as I call it, the frunk, because the engine is actually in the back. Okay, so up in the front here, get your spare tire. As you can see, there's one body plug that's missing out of the section here in the floor. That's just a body drain plug, not a big deal. Original spare. But everything under here is still in really good shape. No problems with the spring for the hood. Everything operates as it should there. And the hood itself is in good shape. Now we'll take a look at the driver's side. I apologize for the mud on the car. It's been really muddy out here lately. The ground hasn't dried up very much. So we didn't get a chance to do the full detail on this one that we normally would. But as you can see, rockers are solid, door frames are solid. No real issues there at all. Interior seats, aside from the driver's seat here where there's some wear obviously, still in really good condition, very serviceable. No real issues there. As I mentioned in another video, the heat does not work, which is a typical problem with these cars. And we do have a shop manual for the car that goes with it as well. Okay, we'll move around to the back seat here. Again, as typical with most old cars, back seats in really good condition. They don't get used very much. Carpets back here are in pretty good shape. Front ones aren't ripped or anything. They're just dirty. Need to be given a good scrub, but I'm sure they'd come up quite well. Headliner, as you can see, there's a little rip around the headlight, or around the dome light there, and a little bit where the materials come out at the B-pillar here. But other than that, it's a little bit sagged, but still in really good condition. Let's move on to the trunk. Okay, so you can see some rust forming along the back here, mostly just discolored. No real rust right through or anything. This obviously is not the factory mat. The factory mat's been gone for quite some time. That back seat does fold down so that you have plenty of cargo area if you decide to have extra cases of beer you need to take back to the beer store. As a result, you can also see that there's some wear back here as well. This is typical of the rear engine cars. Trim tends to get a little bit overheated over time. And under the secret compartment here is the flat 6 motor that I was talking about. Again, looks really fresh. No real issues with it. Seems to run well. Doesn't burn any oil. Doesn't smoke at all. 2 1-barrel carburetors. Again, operate as they should. No real issues there. One thing that I always find amusing about this car is the really funky belt design. You've got your crankshaft and it comes up, makes a 90-degree turn, then makes another 90-degree turn to go around the fan at the top of the motor here. definitely interesting. And then you've got this little compartment here, which allows you to get at the wiring and to change your oil filter. Again, kind of a cool design. Now, okay everyone, we're going to do a cold start here with Remy, just so you can see what he's like to fire up when the engine's cold. And as you can see, the engine goes right up on high idle. We were told that the engine was rebuilt 2 years ago, as I may have mentioned in the previous video, but have no paperwork to confirm that. Engine certainly looks clean enough. We'll show you that in the other video as well. And it appears that the carburetors are set up and working properly. We have the Vair part of the Corvair. No extra charge for the Hula Girl. Okay. Probably won't be able to hear me much over the motor, but it does run quite well. Probably needs to warm up a little bit more, then it would kick down to even lower idle speed than that. But as you can see, no smoke, runs smooth. Good little car. I'm sure you could have lots of fun with it. You could put some money into it and fix it up, get rid of some of the rust, or just have a nice little daily driver to go to cruise nights and just take the family out and have some fun. If you'd like more information on Remy, or you'd like to test drive Remy, please feel free to contact us at memorymotorsca@aol.com or through our Facebook page, Memory Motors, or you can call us at 905-537-3673.